What up YouTube, this is BeatDaBest and today we are playing Soldier Front 2. So I've been playing this and I've noticed one thing that I wanted to share with you guys. Basically, whenever the less I focus on actually playing good, the better I seem to do in game. Now I understand that some of you might have had the same experience with different things, maybe with playing video games, maybe with something else, but I'm sure most of you had the same experience related to something, that the less you focus on trying to play good, the better you play. And in this video I'm going to talk about why that happens and like what you can do to get better at actually doing that and at actually playing, and what you can do, oh my god, double knockout, and what you can do to play better in Soldier Front 2. Just according to me, these aren't obviously hard tips, and since I'm not that great, they're probably wrong half the time, but that doesn't matter. Alright, so I'm sure that like all of you had this experience, and if you haven't, it's basically it could be explained as saying that you're in the zone at that moment of playing. It could be explained as good job. It could be explained as like you're not really thinking about playing, but you're playing good, and you're not really trying to focus on it, but you're just playing good overall. That's how it can be explained. I knew he was gonna do that. I'm so good, but right now I'm obviously focusing on the game. Right now I'm also tired, which is one of the reasons. Let me actually start over from the beginning. Oh, whoa. There was no grenade warning. What the heck? Well, let me start over from the beginning and say to you that this happens. At least this is all what I think and what I've found out from like 10 minutes of internet research, but that doesn't matter. If you practice something long enough for when you feel that you're actually better at it, then much better at it than you were before. When you practice something while focusing on it, say Soldier Front 2, or say you practice piano, or you practice guitar or something. Obviously the first, like for Soldier Front 2, the first couple hours of gameplay are freaking really hard. But then when you, oh god, but then when you keep playing and playing, it does get hard. Like, it's still hard to play with good people, but if you stop focusing, if you played for say 20 hours or 30 hours or something like that, your mind and your body, muscle memory I guess is part of it, your brain understands what you need to do in order to kill people. Like, oh yeah, you need to move the mouse like here or there to kill someone. And this might get a little sciencey, I guess. Basically, the way you get better at a skill is not because, most of the time when you're older, it's not because you grow new connections in your nerves or anything, but it's because your nerves become myelinated, which is sort of like nerves are basically a cable through which you send information, right? So, myelin, I believe that's how it's pronounced. I've read books on it before, but I never really had the fortune of actually trying to pronounce it. But that chemical coats your nerves and makes your nerves more efficient. It's sort of like trying to put, I'm not sure if this is a good example, but it's sort of like trying to put electricity through coated like plastic, rubber coated something, or just something. Like, the more myelin you coats your nerve cells, the faster the impulses travel. So the more you play piano, the more myelinated your nerves become, and then the nerve impulses for like playing, say, Fur Elise or playing something else, they travel faster, so it's easier for you to play. So by doing deep practice and practicing, I really don't want to keep saying this because I don't know if I'm saying this right, but you myelinate your cells, your nerves, and then at some point you don't need to practice more to actually be good at that thing. So all you need to do is just let your practice speak for itself, and all you have to, oh wow, there was a person there, and all you have to do is just let your practice take over and let your body and your mind take over, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. You let your body take over, you let your mind take over, and you will be playing good. Doesn't matter if it's guitar, piano, or anything like that. But I apologize. I have something stuck in my throat. But anyway, well, hello there. Probably not a very good place to stand. What do you think? But some people don't really understand this concept, or I guess they're using this concept the wrong way because they don't do enough practice, but they expect to, oh, what the heck? But they expect to play good with no practice. Like, they do an hour of practice, and a focus practice, and then they stop playing because they think that after an hour of practice, if I don't focus, I should be fine. That amount of time is not enough to coat your nerves with that. I mean, like, say it's something that you've never done before. That amount of practice is not enough to coat your nerves with that. So you're not going to be good enough. Actually, I'm going to talk about this in a little bit, but yeah. Alright, so I was talking about nerves and everything, and an hour of practice isn't long enough for you to just unfocus and think that you're going to be good. That's one of the mistakes that people make, thinking that they're going to be good after like almost no practice. It's kind of disappointing, really, but it's also, I guess, a misconception because there's so many things online or in commercials and stuff that are like, oh, practice for 4 minutes and lose weight in 20 seconds, or practice something for 2 seconds and you will be good, or I don't know, get a six-pack in 5 minutes a day in a week, or something like that. And we're a culture of, okay, this is not coming from me, this is just coming from videos and stuff that I've seen and read, but we're a culture of instant gratification, and we're a culture of doing everything fast. So things like that, they really get us in, and we start to believe them because we want to believe them, because I mean, who doesn't want to spend like 2 seconds or like 5 minutes doing something and becoming amazing at it? I think I already responded to TG in the video, didn't I? He's saying hey gay again. Let's say hi again. And basically what ends up happening is people, woohoo! Look at that skill. And what happens is people stop, whoa, that was so lucky. People stop like understanding how much practice you actually need. I mean, obviously there's ways to practice better, like deep practice or other stuff, but you can't. I'm getting too many double knockouts. I hate double knockouts. But you can't force skill. You can't force being good. You still have to put on the... What is going on? Of course I'm recording. When am I not recording? Yes. And that's one of the reasons that most people don't really succeed and don't really get good at stuff. Playing for fun. I'm going to be playing for fun after I record. That's okay. Hello there. Woo! Woo! Fail! Fail. Okay, so now, see, right there, I was not focused because I was talking about TGN, but then I started focusing, and it didn't work. And another one of the reasons, if people actually do practice enough, for why they can't play well, is because either they don't know how to actually, I guess, unfocus, or how to actually, like, become or get themselves into a calm state where their brain isn't really fighting with itself to focus or to perform, which is probably the case with a lot of people, because they don't either meditate. I mean, it's not necessary to meditate, but it's a nice way to show your body or show your mind how to calm itself down and how to simplify. Gonna CV, wish me luck. Good luck. It's sort of like your body needs to know and your mind needs to know how to be at peace and how to not like get hung on everything. who got beat? Okay, so where's the next enemy spawn? Is it around here? Don't really remember. And another reason for why people don't do that great after enough of practice is is not enough sleep. And that's probably one of the biggest culprits of not playing or not doing something as well as you should do. Let me try the random nade strategy. I believe that's where you should throw it. Whoa. Oh, nice. He had a bolt too. And like, I mean, there's obviously different ways of getting enough sleep. There's, okay, this is something that I've been reading up on again. This is something that I'm trying myself actually. But I mean, there's the regular like 8 hours, or you need 8 hours a night to get enough sleep, or you need like 6 hours a night, or you need 10 hours a night to be healthy and focused. But that's all good. As much sleep, like, you need to get enough sleep to actually feel rested and to be rested, and for your mind to be rested. Not necessarily your body, but your mind. Well, both your mind and your body, but if you're like playing Soldier Front 2, then it's probably going to be mostly your mind and maybe a tiny bit of your body. I'm not really. I thought I killed him. There you go. That was not a headshot. I do not understand. But oh, whoa, that dude scared the shit out of me. But if you don't get enough sleep, your brain gets slower, your body gets slower, obviously your performance definitely decreases. That's not where I want to go. Okay. Your performance obviously decreases, so that leads to you playing worse. And since I was already talking about sleep, I was going to talk about this in another video, but I'll just make this one longer. I've read about polyphasic sleep on a bunch of websites, and basically humans, the way that the society is set up right now, humans sleep monophasically, one phase of sleep. You just go to bed and you sleep for 8 hours straight, or however many hours straight, and then you wake up and you stay awake for 16 hours or 12 hours or however long you slept for, and then you go to sleep for one phase again. But there's But there's also other ways to sleep. There's polyphasic ways to sleep. Many phases. And I guess the most famous one of all is the siesta sleep, which quite a lot of people do in countries where it's really hot. They are pretty much forced to sleep during the day. Even like businesses shut down from 3 to 5 or 3 to 4 in some countries because everyone is taking a siesta. And that's a form of biphasic sleep, 2 phases. And basically the whole idea of polyphasic sleep is there is some research on it, but obviously not enough, and most of the studies, so-called studies done on it were mostly like people trying it out for themselves and seeing how it affects them. But most of the things done on this, how did you know I was there, were by just bloggers and stuff like that trying it. And basically the idea is that REM sleep is the only sleep you need. Like deep sleep, REM sleep is the only sleep you actually need to recover your body and recover your mind. And the most crazy, or the most like out of whack of our monophasic society of sleep, the polyphasic sleep is a way where you take a 20-minute nap every 4 hours or so. And for your body to adapt to that, the idea is that after a long enough period of exhaustion, your body is going to be able to get into REM sleep right away. You're going to be able to fall asleep right away. You're going to be in REM sleep right away. And those 20 minutes of REM sleep are going to be enough for you to last for those 4 hours until you do some more REM sleep. But that is obviously the most extreme one that I have found, and most people that have tried it, the period of adjustment to that is like 2 weeks or even a month in some cases. And most people that have tried it, they either, like, if they get through the stage of adjustment, they either stop doing it after a while, or they couldn't even get through the adjustment phase because it is so tough because you're like a walking zombie. But basically, oh wow, I was the last death. That's embarrassing. But basically, I think I'll talk about this in my... No, I'm not going to stop this video. I'm going to continue this video because I like talking about this. Alright, so let's just continue talking about the different types of sleep and stuff like that. I don't know how many people are actually going to be watching at this point, because usually when I start talking about like stuff like this, my viewage drops. But I just wanted to talk to someone about this because, I don't know, I just find it interesting. And I just want to share stuff that I find interesting with you guys. So basically, I think it's called the Uberman, the 20-minute naps every 4 hours. That's the most crazy version of polyphasic sleep, and no way in hell I'm ever going to attempt that. That is just too much for me. I am not, like, even the first 2 weeks of adaptation, I'm not going to survive that, and it's going to be terrible. But the siesta one, the one where you sleep, for 6 hours or 8 hours, depending on how much you sleep. Usually it should be 6 because you actually need to get a little bit exhausted before the 20-minute nap starts working. But I'm gonna be trying that because if I sleep for like 7 hours, that gives me 7 hours and then a 20-minute nap. That gives me so much time to just do stuff online, to record videos, to pretty much do whatever I want. And it gives me so much more time that I can't even, like, there's so many things I want to do. I'm learning Java right now. I want to make an Android game, but I have to improve my Java knowledge first. I want to record more videos. I want to get my channel better. There's just so many things I want to do. I don't have time for it. And if this biphasic thing actually works, that will be amazing. And now, of course, there's another one of another type of biphasic sleep where you sleep for 4.5 to 5 hours, and then you take a 1.5 hour nap. But that's a little bit more for the dedicated, and plus I don't really have time to take 1.5 hour naps during the day. But I mean, 20 minutes really isn't much, and I'm pretty sure anyone can find time to take a 20-minute nap. So that's what I'm going to be trying to do. 20-minute naps almost every day. Today I couldn't take the nap because I went out with my girlfriend to the movies. And I don't know if you guys heard of this movie, but we saw A Fault in Our Stars, which is kind of a girly movie, I guess. Not really. It is about a relationship, but it's also about life and death, and just the overall idea of life and death, and how it's about cancer patients too. And it's very interesting. If you haven't read it, I suggest you read it. It's mostly a, I guess, young adult book. Like, I'd say if you're under 17, then read it. If you're if you're like 20 plus, you might find it interesting, but no guarantees. And it's actually quite interesting. I was surprised that I actually liked it that much. But yeah, we saw that today. I don't know if you guys even heard of this book because it's by Hank Green. I apologize about my throat. But it's by Hank Green, who is American writer slash video maker slash educator slash freaking awesome person. And he has YouTube videos that are awesome. He really loves learning, and he's just an overall awesome person. Let's put it that way. So his definitely really enjoyed his book. Definitely enjoyed the movie, and yeah. And by now I'm kind of running out of things to talk. If you haven't really figured that out, there's a lot of there's a lot of stuff like that, which is not good in a video. But I'm still. Oh my god, my throat! What is wrong with me? But there's obviously something wrong with my throat. So, oh, and the mission is done. Okay, jolly good. I was running out of things to talk about. Awkward. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, please subscribe or like. Thank you very much.